Raphael, welcome back. We are now going to do the last stanza of my name. If we look at the first line, we see that this nameless bureaucrat, he, gives me a name. So there's this action of him handing over to her, and she receives a name. A name, not the name. Okay, we're using the indefinite article here. We do that when we want to be unspecific. So it's any name, a name that he's just thought about, exactly the same way that I have just given you the name Raphael throughout my lesson. You might not know what it means or how to spell it. I just decided to give it to you because it popped into my head. Okay, it was convenient for me to give you that name, exactly the same way that it was convenient for the bureaucrat to give the speaker of this poem a name. And it satisfied his whim. And a whim is a fancy or a sudden need of desire, a sudden change of mind. It's unusual or unexplained. So basically, it's not substantial. There's really nothing to it. You might have bought a skirt on a whim, or you feel like a chocolate, so you're going out to get that, and you better go and get all of that before lockdown begins. But that's another story for another day. Okay, and there is a colon over here indicating that there's going to be an explanation that's going to follow, and this is the explanation that's going to follow. Okay, so we know that what has happened now, she's been given this name. She doesn't think that it's anything substantial because she uses words like convenient and whim. Okay, and then she finishes it off. She says, I end up being. So there's a sense of finality here. Okay, but it's not it's not in a proud kind of way. It's not like, wow, I was given the title of Maria. She's saying I end up. It's very passive. Okay, someone has done this to her. And there's a sense of resignedness, which is a passively accepting a situation. Okay, and then she says, there's also enjambment here. Remember from our previous lessons, we've discussed what enjambment is. But if you've forgotten, it is run on lines. So basically, when one line goes over several without any punctuation. So if you look here, I end up being Maria. So if this was a paragraph, it would have gone, I end up being, and Maria would have been there. Okay? But because it's a poem, we write in verse. So Maria goes over there. But there's no colon, maybe to indicate what it would have been. There's no comma, nothing like that. And when that happens, when one sentence or one verse goes over onto the next line, and there's no punctuation, it's called enjambment. And what the point of enjambment is, that is to speed up the rhythm. When you put commas and when you put full stops and when you put ellipsis, it slows it down because that's where you are telling the reader to pause and take a breath. So that slows the rhythm down. Enjambment, however, doesn't do that. It speeds it up. So we see that she's upset. She goes, I end up being Maria, because there isn't a pause here. And even if you say it out loud to yourself right now, good, you will see that you struggle to breathe over here. The speaker has left it out so that we feel her pain, her short of breath, her emotions are coming through. She does that throughout the poem. He gives me a name convenient enough to answer his whim. Usually there would have been a comma here. Then we would have paused. He gives me a name. Convenient enough. But she doesn't want that to happen. She wants us to struggle to breathe because she is getting upset. And that's what happens when we get upset. We struggle to breathe. Okay, so there's enjambment throughout this poem over here. Even up there. Okay. And it's very effective because it creates this sense of desperation and emotion. Okay, now what does she end up being? He decides to call her Maria, or the speaker of the poem for Poetry for Life, and they clipped it up, posted on Teams. She pronounces it Mariah. Okay, so he's done it. It's convenient enough to answer his whim, so he hasn't really given much thought to it. There is an association that it could be with Mary, the mother of Jesus, would link back to the idea of the Messiah. But because the speaker said that it's convenient enough to answer his whim, I don't really think that he has put so much thought into it and thought, gee, that would be a nice name to give her. Okay, it's probably just the first name that popped into his head. It's also easy to pronounce in English and in Afrikaans. And it's definitely not a name that has African origin. This is Italian. Okay, and then we see that now she's not using in German. Now she's using the ellipsis. Okay, so there's this pause. We need to think about what has just happened. Her name has been changed to this name that's got nothing to do with her, nothing to do with her culture. Okay, nothing to do with her heritage. Right, and then she says I. Now this is very interesting because the I stands on by itself here. So we see that even though maybe there was a sense of resignedness up here, she defies that by putting the I on its own. It's strong, it's independent, just like her. She's standing strong, okay? She doesn't want to be associated with this Maria, that's why it's on the next line. And then there's the ellipsis again, so that we know we can pause. We can see that this I is on its own, and it gives us some time to think about what has just happened to her. And then she repeats her full name again, loud and proud. Nomgqibelo Nxamisile Mqhibisa. Right? Showing ultimately defiance because she's not accepting this Maria. She hasn't added Maria onto her name over there. She hasn't added Maria onto her name over there or over there. It's nowhere. She has chosen to go by her name that she has been given, the wonderful name of her great-great-grandmothers. She is not going to accept any old name that somebody has just decided to give to her. Okay, and that's why she finishes off the poem with her name again. She is proud of it.